Imagine stepping back in time 30,000 years ago into the deep, dark silence of a cave. The only light is a flickering flame dancing on stone walls. And in that light, something incredible is happening. A hand, your ancestor's hand, reaches out. With charcoal and ochre, it brings the ancient world to life. This isn't just a drawing. It's the birth of art, the dawn of storytelling. These are the Cro-Magnon people, and this is the story of humanity's first artists. Stay with me as we journey into the painted caves and uncover the secrets of these prehistoric masters. So, who exactly were the Cro-Magnon? They were early modern humans, Homo sapiens, who lived in Europe during the Upper Paleolithic period. They looked a lot like us, walked like us, and most importantly, they thought like us. They were skilled hunters, toolmakers, and innovators. But their most breathtaking legacy isn't a spearhead or a flint knife. It's the art they left behind on the walls of caves like Lascaux and Chauvet in France and Altamira in Spain. These weren't just random doodles. These were masterpieces. When these caves were rediscovered in the 19th and 20th centuries, they stunned the world. The paintings were so sophisticated, so full of life and movement, that many people initially thought they had to be fakes. How could primitive people create such works? The animals bison, horses, mammoths, and lions are depicted with incredible realism. You can almost feel the power of a charging bull or the graceful stride of a deer. The artists used the natural contours of the cave walls to give their paintings a three-dimensional effect, making the animals seem to leap from the rock. How did they do it? Their toolkit was simple but effective. They ground up minerals like red and yellow ochre for color, and used manganese oxide or charcoal for black. They mixed these pigments with binders like animal fat, saliva, or cave water. Then they applied the paint using their fingers, pads of moss, or brushes made from animal hair or twigs. They even used hollow bones to spray paint, creating a kind of prehistoric airbrush effect. It was a painstaking process, often carried out in the deepest, most inaccessible parts of the caves, far from the entrance and daylight. This tells us these places were special, perhaps even sacred. But the biggest question remains: why? Why did they go to such great lengths to paint in these dark, dangerous places? We can't ask them, so we have to look for clues. One theory is that the paintings were part of hunting rituals. By painting a successful hunt, perhaps they believed they could make it happen in real life. This is often called sympathetic magic. Another idea is that the caves were ceremonial centers, places where shamans would enter a trance-like state to connect with the spirit world. The animals on the walls might represent spirit guides or visions seen in these altered states. Look closely at the art, and you'll see more than just animals. You'll find geometric symbols, dots, and lines, and perhaps most hauntingly, handprints, hundreds of them, both positive stencils, made by covering the hand in paint and pressing it to the wall, and negative outlines, made by spraying paint over a hand held against the rock. It's as if they were saying, "I was here. I existed." These handprints are a direct, personal connection to our distant past, a touch across tens of thousands of years. The Cro-Magnon people were more than just survivors. They were creators, thinkers, and storytellers. They used art to understand their world, to communicate complex ideas, and to leave a message for the future. Their painted caves are the world's first art galleries, the first libraries, the first cinemas. They show us that the need to create, to share our stories, and to make our mark on the world is one of the most ancient and fundamental parts of being human. The next time you see a piece of art that moves you, remember those first artists in the flickering firelight of the caves. They started it all. Thanks for joining me on this journey back in time. If you found this as fascinating as I do, hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into our incredible human story. See you next time.